Hey, I'm Joey.
And Jenny.
And it is Temple Tuesday. So I'm really excited today because with all the things that are going on in the world, I wanted to invite a special guest, Jenny, to come up and talk to us about her experiences of the temple. Just 2 weeks ago, we were right here in front of this United Nations statue, which is kind of a declaration of the United Nations and for peace in the world. And Jenny so eloquently stood up and she spoke in preparation for a peace march for racial justice that we were doing from this UN temple all the way to the courthouse in Independence, which is about half mile away, isn't it? It was a trek. Yeah. But tell me a little bit about why was it important for you to stand here in front of the temple, in front of the auditorium, and to share the perspectives that you shared that day?
I felt the need to speak after Zach asked me, and I was like, yes, I got words. I've had these words forever, and for some reason, I'm just now deciding to start saying them. But it was important because this is my faith community. This has always been my home. Some would say a second home, some would say a first home. This is that peaceable kingdom that I was raised in. And now the lack of diversity in the church is almost being highlighted. When I was just looking at the crowd, Joey, I mean, the only other people of color in the group were my sister and nephews. And I just felt it very important to finally share my stories and experiences that have happened to me outside of this church. This is a peaceful place. This is an accepting and open place, and I know that. But when I leave here, the rest of the world just sees me as a minority. And I needed to share that experience with the people who have experienced me through the church.
Yeah, so one of the things that struck me as you were speaking, at one point you said, I grew up here, I ran through these halls of the auditorium and through the temple, and you said, let's just admit it, this is a white church. What did you mean by that? And tell me about some of your hopes for the church in terms of racial justice.
If you want to challenge my observation, just look around a room anytime you're at a Community of Christ gathering in the United States. It is extremely whitewashed, and that's just what it is here. But we uphold the values of unity through diversity, and we lack the diversity part. We want that. And that's why I felt like I needed to call that out and say to become the peaceful kingdom, we need that diversity.
Yeah, what is something that we could do, in your opinion, that might help with that?
We could find ways to be more active in local organizations that are more diverse. I think that if people see us and think, that's the church who loves everybody, they would want to be a part of it, or at least be around it.
So have you ever experienced the temple as a symbol of racial justice?
Personally? No.
Yeah. And so what, have you ever though experienced it maybe where it has been fulfilling that idea of being a place of peace and a place of racial justice?
Oh yes, definitely. I've definitely always felt welcome, but I didn't always feel like this was a place where I would come to have racial justice served, if that makes sense. It's always been open and welcome to the idea, but it's then taking the next steps, the idea, turning it into actions.
Nice. Do you have a challenge for everyone that they could post or that they could write on Facebook as they watch this video?
Yes. Welcome people. Tell them they are welcome. All race, creeds, religions. We just want to love. We just want to bring that peaceful kingdom here.
Thanks, Jenny. It's Temple Tuesday. We will see you next week.